Let's talk about the benefits of bragging. This is something that Mama Gina, who you will hear me mention here and there, talks about and teaches. It's so crucial to, first of all, not underestimate ourselves, and also to ground in our awesomeness and how really wonderful and amazing we are. This is Liberated. I'm your host, Laura Christine. You know what we need more than anything in this world? We need examples. We need role models. We need to see that what we desire is possible. I want to be free. I want to be free to be who I am completely. I want to be able to go where I am told by my soul, not by society. I've done this. And when I was getting divorced my second time, I noticed a pattern. Other women were staying in relationships that were just not fitting for them. And they weren't trusting their inner knowing because we're taught not to. We're socialized to look outside ourselves for all of our answers and to see how we need to act and behave so we can be taken care of, but that's not true. The truth is, you can trust yourself and you're the only one you can trust. I'm sharing my experience of setting myself free. I am sharing my journal and I'm sharing the wisdom that's come through these lessons. Now, I do follow my soul. It's really different and sometimes scary, but I know when I know, and I go where I go. I'm free. I know you can be too. This is your invitation to stick around and participate in this podcast and join my VIP club. Once again, I'm Elsie, and I would love for you to be free with me. It's so necessary to do this. And I happened to do this for myself one day. I feel like it's really important. I am inviting you now, and I really, really am encouraging you to do this too. Get a pen and paper today and write down what you're good at and why you're good at it. Do it. Do it. I will set an example for you, all right? Here we go. This is what I wrote on February 17th, 2022. I'm really good at keeping things in order, efficient, getting the things done. It's exhilarating, well, challenging. I'm good at my job, at seeing small details and how they fit into the bigger picture, at giving myself what I need and speaking honestly, at recognizing when I've gone out there and welcoming myself home. I'm good at giving, getting there with receiving. I'm less and less thinking so much about what I should do, because there is no should do. I'm considering less and less what I want to do, though I still take pleasure in desire where I can, and recognize where desire is pointing less to pleasure and more to an unfulfilled need, which, it turns out, is to always pull my energy back home. That's the unfulfilled need, or that's the need, is to always pull my energy back and return home to me, this body, this moment, where decisions dissolve into the flow of love. This is why I'm not considering so much what I want, because all I really wanted is to be home in myself. So then I don't have to consider what I want, because when I'm home in myself, I am what I want, and then what I want shows up. This is also what I wrote, and I love this quote. There's a reason life is easy for me. Life is a flow of love, and I choose not to resist it. Hafiz is, again, one of my favorites. You've heard from him, and I think this is from one of his poems. Free will is an illusion. Real knowing never makes love to choice, or even considers the unpredestined an option. For maybe and choice are worlds one outgrows. Still, fire burns, and who is not careful around it? Take out a pen and paper today and write down what you're good at and brag about it. Brag about it like crazy to yourself. You don't have to share this with anyone. You don't have to get on a microphone and share it with whoever the hell ever wants to listen to it. It can just be for you. but do it. Bring that in. Feel it. Know it. That's home. You're home. Bring yourself home by bragging. Brag yourself home, baby. Okay? Gonna read one more in this short episode. It's from the 24th. We are blazing through February, people. And honestly, thank God, because it gets it gets so fun later. You'd know more about that if you were in Club LC. Just saying. On the 24th, I was contemplating about our internet, and I was thinking about why bandwidth is a better analogy for burnout than a candle is. So here you have it. Once a candle burns out, you throw it away. It's kind of done. Maybe you buy a new candle. I mean, like, we could wish it worked like that for ourselves. Like, we just burn ourselves to the ground and then buy a new one of us. That doesn't work. You don't get to do that. You can't throw yourself away. You can't buy a new one. Many have tried. All have failed. Because, like, wherever you go, there you are. Bandwidth, on the other hand, comes and goes. And while it's not a perfect analogy for burnout, it's a lot closer than a candle is. The internet where I've landed is really bad. We've been over this. It's slow, and in general, it cuts out a lot. So if two people are in the same household and using it at the same time, it slows way down. I'm curious. This is another image. Have you ever been at a drinking fountain and someone presses the button to drink at the next one over to you and you're both shorted? It's like, no. It's like that, only worse, because there's nothing worse these days than waiting. Right? Especially for internet. Oh, God. Unless you have a really bad water fountain where it goes all the way down to the spigot, you can still get water. With the bandwidth out here, you just have to quit trying for a while. Oh, how wonderful. A forced pause. Let me talk about pause for a second. I'm sure I have before, but there's a rune in the Elder Futhark, the runes of the ancient Germanic peoples, Vikings, and all that, their language. Isa means ice, and the symbol is to pause. And I love getting that rune in any reading that I ever do, either for myself or others, or when I pull it for the VIP club, which I know you're a part. If you're not a part yet, you will be so soon that you are a part of it. People think like, oh no, ice, it's frozen. Yeah, it is. But think about water. I mean, water was so important to those people, and water will freeze. And when it's frozen, it's in a pause. It's in a resting period. It's in a place where healing can occur. But there's something else that's really cool, and this is how I almost always read Isa, or the ice rune. Water, when frozen, expands. We tend to think that we've got to do, and act, and go. However, that is actually depleting us, and we have less bandwidth. Whereas if we take that pause, that is where we can wait for the bandwidth to return, and we can actually expand. We're heading into March after this. Thank you for being here. Thank you for listening, because it is so important to me that you come home to yourself and you are there as frequently as you can be, and as much of you is there as you can be all the time. There are so many reasons for this, but let's just make it personal. I want you to be free. And when you're home in yourself, that means you're safe and secure in your own self, meaning you don't need to go and seek that out. Doesn't mean you don't connect with people. It just means that you're already secure. And when you can find someone else who's already secure, and you come together in this security of who you both are separately, you'll expand each other, even when you're not resting. It's like, oh my God, bliss. Okay, so come home to yourself. Join Club LC. I'll see you there. You're my VIP, my friend. LauraChristine.us. That's my name spelled out. LauraChristine.us. And until next time, in love and liberation, LC.